Hi, everyone. I enjoyed looking at what you guys have responded with so far in terms of how we would handle this situation post event. So I just wanted to kind of give my insight and some feedback on some other suggestions for my classmates. First of all, I think initially what I would do as soon as this is over is that I would start utilizing, we have support staff who are assigned to certain wings of our building during, for example, a fire drill, and they have a clipboard and a sheet that they know to always have on hand that ensures every single class has been accounted for in those kind of events. So something I just thought of in kind of just determining my input here was that I'm going to reach out to my principal and suggest that we implement the same procedure and meet with those people so that in a case like this where it would be a true code red or code yellow drill that would need to occur for a while, that we would utilize that same system. So they would physically go to those classrooms and account for everyone, make sure everyone's safe. Definitely at that point, I would make sure that we were in constant contact with our county office to determine if then that would be the appropriate time to give staff the all call. The question then too would be what would be the directive as far as allowing them anywhere near the front of the building where this occurred. The thing is that we'd need to probably completely change dismissal that day so that that area wasn't used. So car riders and bus dismissal, parents checking out students, we need to kind of rearrange things from there just to make sure that that area was contained for law enforcement. I'm sure they'd need to do some investigating and collect some pictures and all of those things. As far as the two students whose mother unfortunately was just killed and father is now apprehended, that would obviously be the most delicate situation of all. Fortunately, as I think my classmates pointed out, we're all equipped now with amazing school counselors. Not enough ever, but they are amazing. So definitely I would reach out to them immediately. I would think, I'm not exactly sure, that law enforcement probably has some sort of counseling services that they use for these kind of situations too. So I definitely would reach out to who was ever around for advice on what to do in that case. I don't know also if they would be more involved in that than the school side. So I'm kind of not sure about that part, but I would definitely reach out for advice. Maybe our counselors and the law enforcement together would kind of collaborate on that. And then luckily, as far as handling our students and staff post event, we actually had some people from the county come out to a staff meeting earlier this year to talk about how if, let's say, even a staff member were to pass away or a staff member's family member or a student pass away, there's a system that would come in that would happen where there's a crisis team that would come and be at our school post event for the next however many days we felt like was appropriate, to be able to meet with classes and staff members about returning to that sense of normal the best way possible, just validating their concerns and their anxiety post event and all those things. So obviously we'd be in contact with them immediately to see if they could even come out that day, but definitely the next day. I appreciated how my classmates agreed that we would try our best to resume school as soon as possible. I think, as they pointed out, it would be detrimental to be able to be closed for an extended period of time because that would just increase the level of anxiety that I think our students and their families would feel. So I definitely agree that if appropriate, counseling with our county, I would suggest opening as soon as possible. Just to point out a few things that I thought my classmates said that I agreed with, communicating with the county as to when it would be appropriate to do a lockdown. I liked how Stacey pointed that out. And also working with the county on exactly what information is appropriate at what time to share with families. I know Crystal mentioned that she would communicate immediately with families post-event that all the students were safe using whatever way that we communicate, mass communication like that. I definitely feel like that would be appropriate. A follow-up response with any kind of details, though, I definitely would want some advice on. So working with law enforcement and our county office, I think definitely just to give details on what's appropriate and the timeline of that would be a very sensitive thing. One thing, Crystal had mentioned an assembly post-event. I don't know if she is picturing a middle school or high school environment, but I immediately kind of had some hesitation with that just because I feel like bringing everyone together while everyone's still freshly affected by the situation. And especially I'm coming from elementary. A lot of the younger students may have had no idea why it was happening. We a lot of times trying to convey to them that it's just a drill, even if it is an actual event. just because of their fear, obviously, can escalate at that point. So I thought I had to kind of do something to still get, because I think her point was everyone would be provided the same information. So there'd be no speculation and rumors and all that. I almost pictured quickly as an admin team, or my principal maybe would do it, making a quick video, just explaining that, thank you everybody for doing such a good job, staying safe and all of that. And, everyone's safe. And, what happened, we did have an incident in front of the building and it was a dangerous situation, but everybody's okay. And the police took care of it. And again, that whatever was relayed to even the staff at that point in the student body, we would advise the county on what to say, but maybe recording a quick video and sending it out to teachers so they could just show it in their classroom, because that classroom environment, I think that they would feel safe there. So just an idea I had, but I liked her, Crystal's point that we'd want to get whatever information that we were going to share at the time out quickly, just to squash any type of rumors. Her point as to the fact that students are going to have cell phones even in the elementary level is definitely true. So we'd want to get that information out there as quickly as possible.